Hey guys, we're back, and in this video, part 3, we're going to be looking at the legs. The assembly isn't new, and I guess you can say it doesn't involve new parts, but it does involve parts in a new color. And you can see that I've got these runners here. They're the gold. We showed them in the unboxing video. Now these are listed as T2, and what Bandai did is they took the T runner and they basically just cut it in half, and they molded half of it in this gold, and they labeled it new with this. You can see this is added on here. This is T2, and the previous one was changed to T1. So you're getting two types of T runner in the Banshee kit as opposed to Unicorn. Now before I get started and kind of show the leg assembly, if you guys do not remember what we've done so far for the PG Banshee Norn, why don't I show you? So there you go, that's what we've built so far. Some of it, a good portion of it, in front of the camera here on this video. Yeah, a lot of the build is the same, and like I said, we're not showing all of that. And when it comes to the legs, we're going to show it because of the different color. And I've actually kind of prepared everything I need here. I need these two F runners. I should have everything here. If not, well, it's going to be a long day. I've also got last couple pieces. I think these are from the U runner. These are just kind of go at the bottom of the sides of the legs. I've got parts from the, I'm going to say K runner, but I cannot remember. And I've also got the new T runners, as I showed before. And basically I'm making these side panels of the legs that when you go into unchained mode will open up. So let me clear my space here because I need to start building. And because there's two legs with two sides on each leg, we're basically going to be building the same thing twice. Now it might be boring to watch me build the same kind of thing kind of 4 times. We'll see how it goes as I go along here. So I'm going to the T2 runner. T2 was an awesome movie, by the way. I hope everybody remembers how great that movie was. Like this. And the U28, these will be undergated. Let me get those out of the way. And then also the F runner, I just need kind of the biggest piece here, which kind of goes around the outline of the leg here. And I think these are undergated as well, so let me clean those up. Alright, so first things first, clean up the last of the undergates. And this very small one here, some of the undergates, I'm glad they, put undergates on the kit, but I'm not sure why they would have put one in that kind of position. But I'll be appreciative for what they did and what they didn't need to do. So there you go. And there's one. Now, I found this to be a little tricky when I was assembling the Unicorn, because you have to make sure things kind of snap in place properly. Otherwise, they just pop out when you try to move the leg or change it into its destroy mode or unchain mode for sure. 24 is this small one here. Like so. And then what you are meant to do is put these two together first. Like this. Get on in there. Oh, maybe I should get it correct here. So, like this. Okay, did it click in there properly? That's what I'm concerned about. And then, well, no, see? The new plastic doesn't make the same kind of snapping sound, which is why you're never sure if you get it in. The old harder plastic would give you a really satisfying, click when you got the piece in properly. This one doesn't give you that same kind of audio feedback, but by spinning it around like I'm supposed to in the next step, I can see that it's gone in all the way because it's kind of lined up there. And the K runner 15 and 16. I need you guys. Drop these onto here. If they pop off while you're kind of plugging these things in, it's okay. You can kind of go back and put them on, take them off pretty freely. So first things first, let's push this in here. Now it's hard to kind of get it in here, and you have to kind of get this part in here. So kind of apply pressure evenly if you can. Pling, and it springs up. So it is a bit of a pain in the butt, as I mentioned before. That's what I want, snap, right? It's in there now. Of course, I'll need now to get these on. And I love how they just tuck up into there. You know, if you were to look at the Unicorn PG in its Unicorn mode, which you assemble first, you wouldn't see these things kind of underneath that armor ready to come out. And I think that's like kind of amazing what Bandai did when they decided to do an Unchained mode, because there's a lot of stuff kind of going on behind here. And for people who don't know the Unicorn, they'll be kind of surprised, or hopefully pleasantly surprised, when they come across it. Okay, so we're going to kind of do the same thing with the bottom section here. And with this one, I'm going to put it on first, make sure it goes in right. I want to get it in there like so, like so. Snap, yay, and 17 and 18, which are the longer ones here. This does get kind of repetitive doing 4 of them, but it's quick enough, so I'm not gonna complain. You go here. And you go there. Okay, they're on there pretty secure, so I just have a couple armor pieces I'm going to need here. Number 5 and number 1. It's not an undergate here, but it's kind of noticeable, and I know how this thing has to move, so I want to make sure I get it off. That's good enough. And very small undergates on this one. Okay, so with that in there, I need one more piece from this T-runner. Number 19. So what you kind of do is, with this first one, is you have to place it. Make sure I'm looking at the right thing here. This will have to clip on, but first it has to go into here. Like that. Push it in far enough, because it's kind of got to get close to flush there, hey? This as well. And then with this little hook, I have to drop it on from the top here, like so. And then this last piece will just cover up the space you've got left. And there you go. That's how the leg looks on our the side of the leg anyway, on our Banshee Norn. I got one more to do. I'm gonna whip through it here, so I at least have one leg I can assemble really quickly. Maybe, you know, I've done this a few times, I should be able to do it pretty quickly. But bear with me if there's any errors of any kind. You go in there. Definitely doesn't want to fit in there easily, but it's done. I'm going to grab the armor as well. As well as the last U piece. Let me fix this one. Okay, so this goes in. I got this. This will snap into here, try to make that noise. Snap. The small frame parts, cycle frame parts. And while I have this in my hand, I might as well free up these because I'm going to need them quickly. Okay. 1, then 2. Like so. Snap. That's the stuff right there. The legs is one area that seems quite different from the MG. A lot of the kit, of course, is very, very, very similar to the MG, and it shouldn't be surprising that it is, because it's got to function the same way, it's got to do the same things, it's got to look the same way. Of course, the difference comes in what you don't see below the surface there with the what they're doing with the cycle frame and, of course, the LED. But the legs, because of this unchained mode and how they go about having that transformation, the legs are quite different from the previous MG unicorns. Okay. That goes on there. Gotta hook it on. There we go. There we go. I got 2, and you know what? That was actually pretty quick. Let me just go ahead and rip up these other ones. I can probably do it fairly quickly now. I won't take every piece off the runner because then I gotta push them around on the mat here while I'm trying to make these, but I'll take a good chunk of them off. Right, I'm gonna need those. Gonna need this one. And these, of course. One area that I can talk about, but I'm not going to show you right now, I'm cutting away at this, that is noticeably different from between the MG and PG Unicorn is the skirt. I've built a skirt and I'll bring it out here in a second. But for those of you who have built the snap, snap, like so, and then the knee joint. Let's hope it goes in as smoothly as the last one. Hey you go in there. Oh, that's not good. You go in there. Got hung up on something. Boo. Okay. Looks good though. Looks really tight in there actually, so. Giggity. Make sure I can put these together. Yep. Foot. Boom. Now, I've got my legs. I've got legs. And I've got them assembled. And I am satisfied, I think, with how they look. It appears to me that everything is going to function fine. But I have this LED 1, 2. They are meant to plug into the skirts. I can't light these up and show you how it is because I would need to plug these into the skirt and then plug the skirt onto the kit. Now I might be able to do that because you know what, I have assembled the skirt. Here you go. I have not got the side skirts with me because those go on last and I want to be able to see quite easily how to put these on. Like when you're building this according to the manual, you'll build all the skirt pieces here. You will then kind of run this wire into here and then put the leg on, connect the wire to the skirt wire, feed it back through here, and then you start putting the LEDs onto the skirts as you put the skirts on. Well, I'm race against time here. I want to get this thing done quickly so we can show you guys. And I went ahead and kind of assembled my skirt, already putting the LEDs on, and I'm going to have to do the wiring right here in front of you guys. Last time I did the wiring for the unicorn on video, I did it on the stand, which I think was the manual says I should do, and it made it really, really hard for people to see. So I'm going to try and do it this way so everybody gets a good idea just exactly how it's supposed to go. Now if I get an angle where you cannot see it very well, I apologize. I apologize in advance, but we are definitely going to try and do this way. So already I gotta try and determine if I have a good angle here. So I want to kind of hold this LED in a position where I can attach this wire. Let's make sure I got the points all lined up here, not backwards or upside down. Yeah, see, you're already a big pain in my ass. Okay. Trying to show it on camera. Looking at a weird angle. This is probably why they had you run this wire through the opposite way and at the beginning, just to kind of avoid this. So let's be a little more firm and make sure I'm in there, but I think I got it. Yep, there we go. So I am now meant to kind of run this wire back a little bit, because what I think I need to do, if you can see it, sorry guys, is get this connection kind of in here so it's secured in there. So let me pull it back in there. You can see I've got my tweezers today. Now it's tucked in there. I think that's fine. So what I will do is now start putting that leg on. Boom. Ooh. Boom. Okay, now I basically just have to repeat the process. It might be a little trickier. Forgive me if I have an angle you guys can't really see. You know, this might be in the way, but I gotta kind of do this the easiest way for me. That way it doesn't take us forever. So I do have some space to work if I take that off, so let's do that for now. Changes the angle I'm coming in at. Ooh, come on. Almost need 2 pairs of tweezers here. It's in there. If I haven't got it in all the way, I'll know when I try to light this up, but I'm going to say that it is good. I don't want to push too hard and bend anything and ruin an LED, because, you know, getting parts is hard enough for a Bandai model. Trying to get the LED will become quite expensive. Okay, so let's put this on. Make sure it goes. Boom. Okay, now I will take this front skirt and I will put it on. And I, like I said, don't have the side skirts, but I'm fine with that. Because, sorry, you guys probably couldn't see that. Let me zoom it out a little bit, you get a better idea of what I'm working at here. Now, we are going to kind of try to light this guy up. Now, I wasn't really planning on doing that, but I've changed my mind here. So let me get what I need here, which is this, and make sure I got my cable, which is right here. So we're doing this again, everybody. We've already done this. We've done this on video before. I believe what I'm supposed to do is, this is supposed to go on last after I make this connection, but I pulled this up, put it on just to kind of hold it here, because as you'll see, once I pull this off, these wires just go everywhere. They go everywhere, and it's really tough to kind of get them lined up. So what I want to do is kind of get that connection now. Make sure I'm connecting the right one. I've got two primes. I'll get this connection now, and then I will hook it up and get that wire in the right spot. Last time I believe I did this all on the stand, which means you're kind of free to use both hands. So let me snap that on. A moment of truth here. This piece comes off, and you can see, I hope you can see, maybe I'll try and zoom in so you guys can see this. Right in here, look at all that stuff flying everywhere. Like I've pushed and poked and pegged, and I believe that they are in the right spot, but holy cow, was that a lot of work. So if I lay this in here now, try not to bend my wires too much. If I can get this laid in, I should be able to put this back armor part on, and it should hold everything. Oh, look at that, and it should be somewhat hidden, and it is. There we go. I hope everybody saw that. Let me pull back out again. Okay, so he is, I would say, finished, but before I light him up, I gotta plug in here. Okay, let me turn him over so he's kind of safe. That unicorn horn is kind of massive. Now, you know what, I'm going to stand him up, and then I'm going to widen this angle, and I'll get a good shot of him. So give me a sec here. There you go. This is what we got so far. I think we're making pretty good time here. All that's left are the arms, and then I will be finished everything. So those, from what I can tell, there's nothing new about them. There's no new pieces, there's no new design, there's no new color. So what I will do is I'll build them on my own home. I will hook them up. I'll bring this guy in, and we'll light him up, and then we'll show him in its unicorn mode, in its destroy mode, and in its unchained mode. So keep your eyes open for that. Keep looking forward to that, and it will be here soon enough. Thanks for watching.